What's going on, everybody? This is Matt Does Fitness, and a horse walks into a bar, and the barman says, "What are you doing in my bar? You're a horse." The horse then runs around aimlessly, smashes loads of stuff, and eventually escapes. Okay, this is my deadlift session from week 3 of my second cycle, and I'm going to let you know, early doors, it was bloody quality. The session was 5 sets of 3, and I went for 210 kilos, 463 pounds, and I got all 5 sets, and I am pretty friggin' happy with that. I haven't done deadlift triples for quite a while. The last time I did them at about 20 or so pounds lighter than this. So to get this weight for 5 sets of 3, like I said, is really, really pleasing. And I mean, 210 kilos at the start of the year, that was more than my max. So like I said, 5 sets of 3, I'm well pleased with that. A lot of the reps, particularly after the first couple of sets, felt a little bit slow and not grindy as such, but just a little bit slow. But that said, they all felt pretty smooth, like with the exception of the last set and the last couple of reps of the last set, which were a bit of a grind. The rest of them felt pretty good. You see here, they're all coming up pretty smoothly. I was sticking to the same tactic I employed in my last deadlift session, whereby I just kind of slowed down the gap in between the reps. I didn't like rush through them. I took my time, got myself set, got all the slack out of the bar, and then started to pull. And I think you can see that the end result is a lot better. It looks a lot smoother. There's no kind of jerk at the start. I still am weak off the floor. I still am trying to address that with my deficits and other stuff. But as a whole, I'm really, really pleased. This is a pretty reasonable weight that I'm hitting for 5 sets of 3. So yeah, I mean, I think that bodes well. I'm very confident that right now I'm worth more than my PR. But like I said, with my bench and my squats, I want to wait until the end of this 6-week cycle before I test and try and put out hopefully a pretty big number, which is pretty exciting. Here's my last, the 5th of my 5 sets. You see here, I mean, those two aren't bad, to be fair. This one here is really grindy, pretty ugly rep. Hips come up a little bit there. But all in all, I'm well happy with that. I will definitely take it. And like I said, it definitely bodes well for testing at the end of the cycle. I then did some stiff-legged deadlifts. I felt really strong on these actually today. Well, I say today, I'm not recording this today, so the other day. My back was nice and straight. I was kind of, what I find is sometimes I forget, in fact this kind of goes for all of my lifts, particularly my deadlifts and squats. Sometimes I forget to brace my core, and then when I do that I suddenly feel much stronger and much tighter, so I need to kind of make a mental note, some kind of cue, so I do that all the time. But I did 3 sets of 5 there at 140 kilos I think, which is about 309 pounds. And then as far as accessory work goes, I did some penalty rows. These are a little bit better than last week. I went a little bit lighter because last week I tried to go heavy and my form was crap. I did 3 sets of something like 10 down to about 8 and 7 or so, I think. But yeah, I felt a nice amount of lat engagement. I feel like I keep saying this, but in my back workouts recently, my accessory stuff, I feel like I'm hitting my lats really, really well. Like more so than I ever have before, which is obviously decent because I am trying to rectify a weakness that I had there previously, and I guess that obviously as my lats are getting stronger and I'm learning to engage them more, it's just going to kind of keep going in like a positive cycle, which is good news for everyone who likes my lats. And I finished that session with some old school mini barbell bicep work, reasonably wide grip arm curls, 3 sets of 12 or so of these, which I did pretty well, and all in all, a very, very pleasing session. And what better way to celebrate a big deadlift PR rep session than to eat a meal of cod, potatoes, and broccoli. Now, I know this is very, very unexciting as far as food goes, particularly by my standards, but this is what I had, so deal with it. You can see the potatoes are incredibly hot. I have a terrible, terrible tolerance for hot food. I have the mouth of a tiny baby, so any hot food I really struggle. But to be fair, it was a decent meal, and I made up for the goodness of that meal by eating loads of crap afterwards. And that was my week of deadlifts and food. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.